Welcome back to the Kosi Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. Welcome back to a brand new video. Arsenal have drawn 2-2 with Man City in a game that Arsenal could have won with a red card away from home. Different performance, devilish performance from Arsenal. Very, very mature performance. I loved it. I loved every inch of that performance. And the first thing I'm going to say, it's not a red card. It's not a red card. We need to start rethinking the rules, and we need to start rethinking when we apply the rules. It's not a red card. He's not had the whistle early enough. He's gone for the ball, and he's not intentionally kicked away the ball in order to delay time. It is not a red card. This is the second time such a thing is happening, and whatever justification the PGMOL and the referees are going to hide behind, it's not a red card for Declan Rice. It's not a red card for Leandro Trossard. I think it's extreme. It's really, really extreme. That's the reason as to why players are being sent off. You literally hear the whistle late, you're in motion. He's trying to play in Gabriel Martinelli, by the way. He's not trying to kick it away. He's trying to play in Gabriel Martinelli. He's trying to play a long ball over. And that's a red card. Like, how? How are we getting these red cards? We'll talk about the injuries. We'll talk about David Raya. Again, another superstar performance. It shows why he is there. It shows why Mikel Arteta decided to go and sign him over Ramsdale. Ramsdale was a decent goalkeeper, but Raya is just better. This game could have been 4-3, could have been 4-2, 4-1. It could have been any other result if it wasn't for David Raya, and that result would have been in favor of Manchester City. So big up to Raya. Big up to the referee for Manchester City, because I don't know, but I didn't really like Mike Oliver's refereeing. And I'm not one to complain about referees all the time. I really want to focus on my team and focus on what we can make better. But the referee's performance today was absolutely devilish. So let's start off with the game. I want to give you my general impressions of this team. First and foremost, I thought Arsenal would lose this one like comfortably, like 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. And I'm very, very surprised that we've not lost. So that's a point for me gained. And the importance of that point, you can never imagine. First and foremost, Arsenal have conceded 33 shots on goal in this game, 11 on target. And of the 11 on target, Arsenal only had 3 on target to counter, and we had 5 shots in total in this game. 5 shots in total. We scored 2 goals. 33 shots in total. They scored 2 goals. Now I will tell you, this is not sustainable. You cannot sustain this, and the clear example that you cannot sustain that kind of football was against Atalanta. You can't sustain it. It's not sustainable. But we are lucky. We are very lucky that we lose Odegaard, one of our most important creative players. And the 2 fixtures we have are Tottenham, Man City, and then the 3rd fixture is Atalanta. Atalanta, for me, you need Odegaard. You need to, you need to create, because you're going to be on the ball a little bit more as compared to the other games. But when it comes to Man City and Tottenham, we didn't need to be a lot on the ball. We didn't need to be on the ball a lot. Actually, what we needed was to be defensively disciplined, defensively clean, and we actually did just that. So I'm very, very happy personally. I'm very, very happy with the point. I'm very happy that we've put in such a performance. 10 men, you're sitting in shape. That could win you the league. If this point was a point that Arsenal needed to win the league, and Manchester City needed 2 more points to win the league, we walk away with the league. So there's a lot of positives in this game rather than the negatives. Let's start off with David Raya. Player performances. Let's start off with David Raya. Because David Raya, today, again, he bailed us out, by the way. That's something that we've got to talk about. He bailed us out once again today. And he has made saves that he has no right, he's got no right to make those saves, but he made those saves. I don't know whether he's just on form or he's just too good, right? But I think he's a very vital part of the points we have so far. He's a very vital part of why Arsenal are part of the top four, and is a very vital part if we are going to continue to be in that conversation. Now, the games are going to become a little bit easier as we go on, right? Games are going to become a little bit easier. You have Leicester coming up. You have the likes of Fulham now coming up. You have the likes of Ipswich will now start to come up, and games like that. So we're going to have an easier bunch of games as compared to the first 4-5 fixtures. And again, why there's so many positives out of today, Arsenal have not lost a single game out of playing this Aston Villa at the Villa. I think we were at home. Out of playing Brighton, Man City, and Tottenham. We've not lost a single game. And how many difficult teams are you remaining with? You're remaining with Liverpool, and you're remaining with, I think, Liverpool. I think Liverpool is the team that you don't expect Arsenal to beat. The rest of the teams, I've seen Enzo Maresca's Chelsea are better, but you expect Arsenal to beat them for now. So that's why this performance was really positive. But David Raya, you've got to give him his flowers. Goodness me. You don't make those saves. You have no right, right? He's got no right to make those saves. He's absolutely got no right to make those saves. And yet he did. For me, his performance was, the icing on the cake. His performance was the reason why Arsenal walk away with the point. And I'm not going to blame anyone for the goals. I'm not going to blame anyone for losing concentration. Defending 45 minutes, 10 men against City, that is one of the hardest things anyone can do. It's one of the hardest things you can ask a team. Go out there and defend 10 men against this Manchester City side. First and foremost, they're a well-oiled machine. They have a lot of spare parts. You look at their substitutions: Grealish coming on, STUNS coming on, getting the equalizer. Kovacic coming on for Rodri. They're so well-oiled. They're so well-equipped. But for us to go and do a job on them, and nearly picking up 3 points, one man down, that's a beautiful job. But David Raya, big credit to that guy. So let's talk about Michael Oliver. And let's talk about the red card. It's not a red card, right? It's not a red card. And this is why it's not a red card. Again, foolish for us to pick up unnecessary yellow cards, right? We've got to correct that. Declan Rice, first yellow card that he picked up against Brighton. Maybe, but it was unnecessary, right? You're in the middle of the park and a defender is going to get the ball. A defender, for Christ's sake, is going to get the ball, right? So you have no reason to panic. You don't have a reason to panic. He panics, gets a yellow card. It was nearly red, and then we're like, okay, fair play. You got a red card. Fair play. You got a yellow card. Then the second yellow card that he gets in that game, unnecessary. Really, really unnecessary. It is very unfair, but why isn't he trying to run away? I think that's a big question. Why isn't he trying? To run away? And that's it. He should be trying to run away from that situation. He doesn't. And there you are. So for me, generally, guys, right? Generally, I want to say this, right? Generally, the yellow cards we are picking up, I think the first half we had like 3 yellow cards. Trossard had, I think Saka had, Lewis Kelly got one from the touchline. We need to mind our discipline. It's a very, very tense season, and it's a very, very difficult season. But with Michael Oliver today, he's a top-level referee, and he's one of the most respected referees. One of the most respected referees in the game. I can't understand why he doesn't say it. Because for me, I think any other referee would say it. I can't understand why Michael Oliver can't say it. But he's not kicked the ball away to waste time. He's kicked the ball away because he's trying to play in Gabriel Martinelli. And then he hears the whistle late. Right? And that's why he kicks the ball, reacts to the whistle. He reacts to the whistle later. He doesn't react to the yellow card. He reacts to the whistle later. I personally think it's childish, honestly. I really think it's childish. The red cards that we are being given. But anyway, great point. Keeps us afloat. It keeps us near where we want to be, near the teams that we want to be close to, and I love that. You want to be close to City? We are close to City. You want to be close to Manchester City? We are close to Manchester City and Liverpool. So the rest, yeah, I know doesn't look good, but I still believe we will be, much better. The next games, they'll be much better.